What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and I know that all my RBD fans out there are going to be super stoked because in today's video, we are diving back into RBD. I want to give a huge shout out to Brenda over on Patreon for actually requesting this video. Thank you so much. Got a little bit of a mashup today. Looks like we got Solo, Quedate in Silencio, Rebelde, Nuestro Amor. I think these are all the studio versions of these, which is super interesting because my dive into this band very much focused on those live performances, especially what they did in Brazil. So to be able to actually listen to more of the recorded like studio stuff is definitely like interesting. I feel like the band exists in two forms because while some of what I've heard in the studio you can tell has a little bit more of like that pop sound to it, right? Because it's a little bit more refined, it's, you know, more work done in the studio. I feel like when you listen to this band live, it hits on an entirely different level. So this is going to be really fun to get to go back and kind of hear these songs in this way. So I'm stoked. I'm going to dive in. Let's do it. At least we're getting tour footage. Okay, but that bass is thumping.
Te encuentro despierto, me dices lo siento, con una lágrima derramas.
Me abrazas de hielo, me pides.
I fucking love the range he sings in. Hey! Dulce is queen. Woo! You know what I noticed? I can tell right away with the recorded, like with the studio versions, the difference is it just has a little bit more of that pop influence to it. And it especially comes to when they have their vocals coming together, more of like that harmony style. I think that when it's live, it's similar, but it hits a little bit harder. Whereas in the studio, it feels a little bit more radio friendly, which is really cool to see kind of like the two sides of this band. My man's face tattoo. Their band actually is really good in the studio too, though. Oh shit! He was so young right here. Like, it's so interesting to see anything from like anything newer, like even from the last like 6 years. He looks so different just because like he was so young at this time. Hey! Dulce with a fucking bass guitar? Hell yeah. Hey. I fucking love her voice so much. Oh, that guitar. Hey! Oh, I just love that you have these like pop vocals with these fucking guitar solos. So what I really love about this, first off, yes, rock oriented pop, definitely like the definition of pop rock happening here. You've got these like bright vocals over these like crunchy guitar solos. Everything is so sick. What I love is that this is actually like, it was like a fake concert, right? So like everything about the footage and like showing up and all that, I think that was actually from a tour, but you could tell from a music video standpoint that it looks like they shot some of those live shots to look like concert footage. I'm a fan of that because they are recognizing that like one of their coolest qualities is the live show that they put on. So to be able to make that into music video form, which I've seen that done before, is really cool because I personally praise them on having that live performance nailed in so great. So it's really cool to see kind of those two things coming together right here. And like I said, I just love the execution of pop rock in such a wonderful way. Plus Dulce holding a bass guitar is something that I never knew that I needed, but now how am I going to live without that, right? All right, this is Rebelde. Rebelde. Oh shit, got the Hummer. Where is this? What?
Mientras mi mente viaja donde tú estás, mi padre grita otra vez.
Que me malgastó mi futuro y su paz con mi manera de ser.
Aunque no escucho, ya estoy lejos de aquí. Cierro los ojos y ya estoy pensando en ti. Y soy rebelde.
Oh, fuck.
No sigo a los demás y soy rebelde.
Okay, I get it. I remember watching the Netflix trailer or like the song of this from the Netflix series or whatever that was coming out that was like rebooting RBD. And I loved that version, right? Like I didn't have any qualms with it. I thought that it was definitely felt more of like a new school kind of approach. It didn't quite give me the same vibe that obviously this version of the band does, but it's a lot different when I go back and I listen to the original again, because the guitars in this, like especially like not hearing the studio version prior, just kind of seeing whatever they did live, the guitars in this are so heavy and like so heavily distorted. It totally brings a much bigger rock experience to the song. God damn. It's so heavy.
Nadie me conoce bien. Alguno de estos días voy a escapar.
Did he have a face tattoo like in the show or something? Because this is now the second time, and I don't even believe this is from the same situation. Second time where I've seen him with that, and I've also seen him perform live with that in the past, but like I knew it wasn't a permanent thing, so you have to let me know if that was like what he had in the show.
Para jugarme todo por un sueño.
Todo en la vida es saber derogar.
Literally a queen.
Hay que apostar sin miedo. No importa mucho lo que digan de mí. Cierro los ojos y ya estoy pensando en ti. Y soy rebelde.
What?
Cuando no sigo a los demás y soy rebelde.
Okay. We're getting a little bit of mooning here, but I think the point of this is actually to highlight like the idea of being a rebel. You know, sometimes rebellion does show up in a form of that, which in reality is just them, you know, breaking school rules, kind of like not wanting to conform with this whole uniform thing. So what's the most extreme you could do other than get naked? Show your ass. And I think that this song in particular, to me, in versions that I've heard of it, has always been the song that like is supposed to be inspiring to think outside the box, not necessarily to show people your ass, but more of a like a call to be like, you know what, live your life, like empower yourself to live your life, do the things that you think are going to make you happy, and don't always worry about what everyone else thinks. And I know that some of that can get lost in like, you know, it being part of a show and like all these things, and maybe like some people don't give it enough of a chance to really catch on to those lyrics, but those lyrics hit really hard. And I feel like they're extremely inspirational, especially for people who feel like they are lost and that they are having to jump in line to follow the crowd wherever they're going when they really just want to be themselves. So this song becomes very inspiring for those reasons. Woo! Fucking yes! I love that they have guitar solos in both of these tracks already. Uh-oh. I don't care what they say about me. Oh! Oh, yes. So much yes. Everything about this studio version with this video just is so much yes to me. It's all about being a rebel in the sense that, like, not having to be an asshole, but just being yourself, like being able to make your own decisions. You know, in the lyrics, it's like, I'm a rebel when I choose to love you. I'm a rebel when I change who I was yesterday. Like, that consistent growth and consistent, like, changing in life is what we're supposed to do. And some people are so quick to dive and fall into a crowd that they just become everybody else. And, like, you know, not necessarily there's anything wrong with that, but if, like, you want more out of your life, you have to make the decisions to, like, put yourself kind of like in the firing line, so to speak. Like, when you make those decisions to make that bigger choice in life, to follow your own dreams and your own passions regardless of the crowd, it's very easy to become a target for a lot of hate, because sometimes people are envious, they're jealous, they don't understand, they can't comprehend the idea of not being like everybody else. And I love that this song brings all of those vibes to life with a super heavy guitar and a beautiful solo, great harmonies, and a video that just, like, really adds to all of that lyricism. I just feel like this song maybe doesn't get enough attention, even from myself, because really getting a chance to, like, have the lyrics translated at the bottom, this song hits so hard. Okay, the next one is Nuestro Amor. They were all naughty, and now they're going to be good. They're zenned out, bro.
Es tan mágico como todo pasó en nuestro amor, nuestro dulce amor.
Es tan fácil que ya nada me sorprende en nuestro amor. Es increíble amor.
Todo fue como en un sueño.
Oh, that harmony.
En nuestro amor.
Okay, his hair in this is everything.
Y es así, así es.
Ooh!
Y no hay nada que hacerle. Es así, así es. Es así como sucede.
que no sé cómo
Woo!
explicar.
I love the tone of his voice. God damn.
Nuestro dulce amor.
Y no sé cuánto tiempo dure el amor, pero hoy
I also love these synthesizers, like totally different sounds. So this obviously is like a different era of them or a different year, because you definitely hear something that like even like something as simple as those synthesizers, right? You can tell the difference between what we just listened to and this song, how there was a little bit more experimentation, a little bit more grabbing onto the modern sound of what was kind of coming out in music. There were a lot of synthesizers and shit happening in like the 2000s, and it's executed so well.
no hay nada mejor. Todo fue como en un sueño.
The fucking drums are so good. I just love their live band, so I wonder if their live band also does the studio stuff.
Es así, así es, y no hay nada que hacerle. Es así, así es así como sucede este amor. Así es, y no hay nada que hacerle. Es así, así es así como sucede este amor.
Oh my god. Woo! God, the music is so good. Woo! Why are they just drinking milk? How does that have anything to do with anything? They're literally just having milk. I don't know people that just have milk like that. What kind of party is that at all? Milk jokes aside, I love this sound because I feel like you can actually hear the difference from those first two tracks we listened to into this, almost as if it was like a step towards like what was popular at that time. So, you know, the drums are obviously staying intense like always. The guitar, to me, absolutely incredible. I kind of hope that who they play with their live band are the same people that record the albums with, because that's one of my favorite things about watching RBD is their band is just so fucking sick. So to hear all the guitar solos in all three of these songs is amazing to me. I also, again, love the introduction of the keyboard, the synthesizer, whatever that was. They kind of gave it a little bit more of like a mid-2000s pop approach, that little bit of like electronic crossover that we started to hear more and more as those years went on. To me, it's just like, you know, helping them continue to push the boundaries and, you know, stay relevant in that sound. And it sounds really great. I just, again, like a lot of it is like getting a chance to hear those differences in the music that they were making. Now, I don't know if these were from the show or if these were the actual music videos from them, but it's really interesting to see this because I'm so familiar with their live performances at this point that it's really what I know them for. Listening to the studio versions and getting to hear like just how they're able to execute these songs, like really get a chance to hear their vocals. And again, there's a lot of emphasis on the almost like radio friendly like pop sound. So like even when they, you know, in a typical like verse for them, you hear that higher range kind of happening, which is like pretty normal to hear on like radio music. Like it's a little bit higher of a range. It kind of like puts you in a good spirit. And I think even when their harmonies come in in a little bit of that higher range. All of those things like uplifting you, because at the end of the day, one of my favorite things about this group is the fact that they are so positive, even when it's not like an easy situation to be. They radiate positivity in their live performances, in their music, and now even with studio versions, you get a lot of that. While it is different, like you definitely feels like it's created to be more accessible and more mainstream, the fact that they are able to bring that energy there, and still, you know, all these years later, you still feel that whenever you watch this, I think is one of the most incredible things. So I've honestly had the most amazing time checking out RBD. They energize me in a way that like not a lot of bands can do. And it's always fun to have actual translated lyrics so I actually know what I'm jamming about, because that's always fucking sick. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Huge shout out to Brenda on Patreon for actually requesting this video, bringing RBD back to the channel. We love you. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are thinking about these old school RBD studio tracks. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.